Andrew Tate is a national hero, really teaching us how to be men, how to pick up girls, how to treat women the right way. But what if I told you he was just a kung fu panda? And today, I found the master Oogway.
There are specific hardwired signals that you are evolutionarily calibrated to demonstrate when there is a man of high value in proximity to you. They are touching of the hair, subconscious, thank you.
That's not evolutionary.
They are, it is, it's hardwired.
No.
Shut the fuck up, Samantha. You shut the fuck up. I know exactly what I'm on about. I see you all the time. You constantly, 24/7, you're stroking your hair, wanting to suck my cock. Don't even you try and deny it. This guy's acting like there's pure scientific fact here. Now, I have heard the stroking of the hair may indicate that a woman could be interested. But again, that's not the case for everyone. It's kind of like if someone lies and you're like, your eye twitch, that means you're lying. Some people might exude that. Some people might not. It's not like a, it's not like a factual thing of like if you cut someone, everyone bleeds. Not every girl is going to like stroke their hair. Some of them might, I don't know, might look away. Some of them might distract themselves by doing something else. Not everyone has the exact same response, but this guy disagrees. This guy has science to back his fact. And I like the little pause he has there at the end, like in the middle of his sentence, where he tries to like almost fact check himself. He's like, sometimes, sometimes it happens there. Like, some people when they lie, they like to do that, where they like add a little bit of subtext in between. So it almost feels like they're adding more information, but they're not. It's just more bullshit to go on top of the bullshit that they're already saying.
It is, if they scratch here, no. Nope,
Okay.
nope.
Nowadays it's hair.
Again, what a woman says and how they respond are two different things. I could be wrong, you know, who knows? I did speak about the science of social dynamics at MIT, but I could be wrong. So another one of them is scratching here, and even scratching here.
Wait, why here?
Let me chime in there, buddy. Scratching here, scratching here, scratching here. Also, scratching here sometimes also helps. Who knows? You guys have even got to see my underwear. Under the underwear especially, that's where they really like to scratch it there. What the fuck is he on about? So, what he's saying is, the moment a girl likes you, she's gonna develop a rash. It's just pure bullshit. But it's okay. He spoke at MIT, so that dispels any disbelief that anyone might have.
Instead, what he should do is when he goes into the public gathering, first sit on the left, open up a couple, a group with a couple girls in it, and after 3 minutes, you have to open, you have to build attraction. That's through systematic demonstrations of higher value, and the value, attraction switches are just pre-selected by other women. Leader of men.
This might be one of the silliest clips I've ever seen, and I really wish he made a nod to it, because to give you some context, he's basically saying a guy shouldn't just walk into a club or into a party and just like walk around, look around, scope the environment, do things that everyone does at a club or a party. Yeah, for me personally, I want to know where I am, where the bathroom is, where the bar is, who's there. Maybe I might know someone there. What he's saying is you need to go there, and the first thing you want to do is speak to someone. That's the first thing you want to do. And he's just giving like all these tips, using all these really big words, and then just this fucking guy walks right past him holding a girl. I can just imagine him being like, "Yep, that's Jeff right there. I've been teaching him for 2 days. He's already fucking. His penis already wet." It's like the perfect timing. I really wish he made a nod to that. It would have been 10 plus aura. Unmatched. Unmatched.
So how can he establish that when he goes into a public gathering? First set on the left, open up a two set. A two set is a group of two girls. Get them on your arms and say, come on, let's go make some friends. They'd be very willing to do that.
Holy fuck, these alpha males, women attractors, vagina moisteners, whatever the fuck they call themselves nowadays. Actually, the way they speak makes it feel like they've never had a social interaction in their entire life. This guy is harping on about 4 key points that you need to hit in order to like capture a woman like she's a fucking Pokemon in a Pokeball. And he's basically saying that attraction is not a choice. If you're attracted to someone, that's fucking it. And to a certain degree, I guess that's true. If you're gay, you are just hardwired to be attracted to the opposite sex. I'm hardwired to be attracted to... No, you're hardwired to be attracted to the same sex. I'm hardwired to be attracted to the opposite sex. Vice versa. To a degree, that's kind of true. But it is also a choice if you are attracted to someone. If I look at someone and I'm like, hey, they are attractive, but they're a dick, I'm actively choosing to not be attracted to them because they are not a nice person. I don't know if the way I'm coming off of it is making any sense, but there's something in there. But the point I want to point out, this is the thing I actually wanted to talk about, is no one in the history of ever has just gone into a club and just asked two random people to come with him to go and make friends. That has never happened. Unless you kind of know the people, then maybe that could happen. But you're not going to go up, especially as a man, you're not going to go up to two random girls, fucking hook lock them like they're two fish in the sea, and just carry them with you. And you're like, let's go make friends. Because I'm telling you right now, 99.9% of the time, they're just going to look at you like a weirdo, laugh at you, and walk away. That is not a solid plan. Do not listen to this fucking dick. That is not going to work for you. Don't just go up to two random women, fish hook them, and be like, let's go make some friends. Use your words. Hi, my name is. How are you? I'm breaking the magician's code here. That's exactly how the best outcome to that interaction could go.
Now you open up the next set. Let's say there's two guys in it and your target, the beautiful girl. Now that you have women with you, you come pre-selected, so that's one of the attraction switches already being triggered in her mind. Also, you're disqualifying yourself from being considered a potential suitor to her because you got two girls in your arms already, so the two guys that are with her don't feel threatened by your approach, right? And they too feel that you must have value. You've already got two girls in your arms. Now, of course, you can then pawn off this girl to occupy that guy, pawn off this girl to occupy that guy, and you get the queen. That's social dynamics.
Holy fuck. This guy broke Enigma. He found out Victoria's Secret. How have I never thought of this in my life? So all you have to do is go into a club, fishhook two girls, treat them like torpedoes, and throw them at two random men who just so happen to be sandwiching a woman. Sex. You have sex right there. It's checkmate. Who the fuck? He's picking up his last two prize cards in the Pokemon TCG game. This guy's insane. The game this guy's playing is unquantifiable. Torpedo women. How have I never thought of that? They don't even try to act normal. The little shoulder shrug, the one woman there, and then just fucking, it's like Spider-Man, the last woman in. That is not happening. That does not fucking happen. And I don't know if it's in this clip or if I cut it off from a different clip, but he's basically on about, like, if you carry these two women and you see, like, another woman looking at you, or these two men and this woman looking at you, there's like perfect six people of, like, one guy, two women, and then one woman, two guys. He's basically saying, like, oh, the two guys are going to think that you're just fucking them both, so you're not a threat, and this one woman's going to think that you're a super high value man. No. I think any normal person would think, okay, one of them's probably his girlfriend, the other one's probably a friend, or he's probably going to think both of them are probably their friends. There's not that many people in, what is it, polyamorous relationships where you, like, sleep with multiple people, or you're, like, in a three-way relationship. There's not that many people there, so the common thing to think is one of them is a friend, both of them are friends, and only one of them is a girlfriend or something like that. No one's going to think you're fucking them both. That rarely ever happens. You are actually living in fairyland. You're living in Rick's, like, little fantasy world that he made for Beth. Because that almost never happens, and no one in their right mind is going to immediately skip to the thought that you're just fucking two girls at the same time.
I personally believe that is quite a quality woman, right? Yes, they're beauty, but beauty is really common. Especially in San Diego. I lived in Hollywood for 7-8 years on and off. Beauty's very common. Hell, I dated a supermodel. I dated some people you may know.
Yeah, I did. I don't need to brag. I just dated Margot Robbie. But don't worry about it. Beauty's nothing. I care about women with high value. I care about women with morals. I care about women in general. Look at this torpedo one I've got here. Wha-bang!
It's secondary, you know? It's the personality that shines through that's really important. What's really rare is a great outlook, a great personality, a great energy, you know? You got 2 out of 3, it's a good start.
Whoa, what's the third one we don't got?
My mother told me not to be rude to strangers.
I thought we weren't strangers.
I don't know you from a hole in the wall.
No?
Nope.
I thought we were supposed to be like that right now.
Here's a hole in the wall. Here's you. Same thing. But I am curious. I leave it at that. That's all you get.
Okay.
Yeah. not the easiest watch, but something to sink our teeth into. So this guy keeps going on about like systematic whatever. I'm assuming he's going to fall into the category of every alpha male of like treat women with respect, whatever. I think he said there. I can't really make out the words, but he said something like my mom told me to always treat someone respectfully or something along those lines, or be rude to strangers or whatever he said. But then she says, "Oh, I thought we weren't strangers." Now, she could just be talking about something that he said during this conversation or something before. He was like, "No one's strangers, everyone's my friend," because he seems like that type of guy who would say that, even though it's completely not bullshit. He probably doesn't believe his own lies. But he could have said that, or he is sleeping or has been talking to this woman and trying to attract her, and she must have just rejected him. That is also a very possible outcome. And because she probably rejected him, now he's like, well, you're a stranger, so it doesn't undermine the shit that he's saying. And he's just being a complete. Not only is he potentially proven that his methods are utter trash, but two, he's also just treating this woman like absolute shit, even though she's been sat there listening to the complete garbage that has been coming out of his mouth. Has been respectfully like sitting there, letting him say his point. I think she disagreed at some point in the video. I cut it off. I can't remember exactly at which point, and she took it like clean to the jaw. She was just like, "Oh, we knew each other," and he's just like, "I don't know you," through a fucking hole in the wall. And she could have clapped back, but she didn't. She just sat there, and she seems very respectful. She's a very pretty woman. She didn't deserve that. Him being like, "Oh, you filled two of the three quotas," I said, "All right, buddy." All right. There was no need to say that. At no point there was she mean to you. Did she? I don't even think she disagreed with him the whole video. He just decided to throw shade at her, which again makes me think that she rejected him. His methods, shocker, are not foolproof.
So what you do instead is you throw what we call a neg. A neg is a statement or action one makes to briefly disqualify oneself from being considered a potential suitor. And by the man throwing that out first, the men will be disarmed knowing you're not after their friend, and the woman will be disarmed knowing that this guy isn't after me, which may actually feel a little weird to some women who get hit on quite a lot. You know? What does he have? And curiosity is then planted. That's a good start.
Now, I will always say this from a kind of defensive point from the alpha males. I think a lot of their core beliefs come from a good place and they have merit to them. Like the whole Andrew Tate thing, and I'm trying to think of another alpha male. I don't really care about fucking any of them. Let's just say Andrew Tate. Some of his core beliefs are like work hard, make sure you earn your money, study a lot, look after yourself, eat well. Like a lot of that type of stuff I've agreed with. Even early Andrew Tate, when I got a lot of his okay videos, I was like, you know what, this guy is actually saying a lot of positive things to like help men feel more confident about themselves, help men lead a better life. And I was like, okay, it's pretty good. And then he just not only one do they say it in a way that makes them sound like absolute fucking knobs, but they carry it in a way and keep saying stuff in a way where it's just not correct. So like this guy, again, part of what he's saying is, people crave like curiosity, and people, if someone doesn't feel, God, I cannot fucking speak. What it feels like I'm having a seizure. What I'm trying to say is people like what they can't have. There are many times where like I want a specific game or I don't want a specific game, and then for some reason like maybe I don't have the money, or maybe it's out of stock, and then suddenly I have a bit more of an itch to want it. And there's like a million different like examples of this in the real world. But if there's something you can't have, it's almost like you want it even more. So from a perspective there, from a human, not just a woman perspective, from a human perspective, he's right. But he makes it out like these are like foolproof, 100%. Like if you're doing this, you're taking a woman home, 100%. Like don't even fucking sweat it, bro. You're getting pussy tonight. And from that perspective, a lot of these alpha males just lose a lot of people, because you go from saying positive things that have some form of merit to you're chatting shit. You are chatting utter bullshit. But yeah, I know the uploads haven't been great. I've been trying. I just haven't found anything that I want to talk about, and I don't like to put pressure on myself to upload on this channel. I just upload whenever I find something that is cool and I want to talk about, and this was one of them. This was definitely one of them. Another geek thinking he's an alpha male spawning into the world. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.